Kia ora koutou. In this video, I'm going to go through the first 4 questions in question 1 of this year's Level 2 Algebra paper. So the first one is one that, if I've taught you, you'll know that I really like. It's how to complete the square. We start with x squared plus 8x minus 5. And to form the perfect square, we just look at the x squared plus 8x. X squared plus 8x is going to give me a perfect square of x plus 4 squared, but that gives me an unwanted 16 in here. So I'm going to subtract out the 16 and then have minus 5. So we end up with x plus 4 squared minus 21. Okay, so that's the first question done. Right, on to the next one. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation 3x squared plus 2 equals 5x. So the first thing we need to do is to pop it into the normal form. I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. And now we have a quadratic with a is 3, b is negative 5, and c is 2. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, so that's going to be negative 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times 2, which gives me 25 minus 24, which is 1. All right, now looking at this next one, write this as a single fraction. I'm going to take some more space to do this one. So we have 1 over t plus t minus 5 over t squared minus 1 over 3t. So looking for my common denominator, I can see that the lowest common multiple in here is going to be 3t squared. It's fine to do this straight into one big fraction, but I'm going to go through this one quite slowly because I know some students really still don't like algebraic fractions, even at level 2. So what have I done to the t to get to 3t squared? I've times it by 3t. That means I have to do the same to the 1. So we get 3t. The t squared got multiplied by 3, so I have to do that to the numerator as well. And this 3t here got multiplied by t, so I'm going to have minus t here. Cleaning all of that up gives me 3t plus 3t minus 15 minus t over 3t squared, which simplifies to 5t minus 15 over 3t squared. Now I'd give that a tick because that's written as a single fraction. Some of you probably felt like you wanted to factorize it, and that's fine too. So we get 5 into t minus 3 over 3t squared. Obviously, guys, I haven't seen the schedule yet, but both of those I think are fine. Let's look at this last question because there is an easy way to do this one and then a kind of messier way. If we just go a little bit slowly with reading it, I'll just clean some of this other stuff up here. We have got a cubic polynomial, and we're told that it's a 3x cubed thing, and we have to figure out a, b, and c, so the other coefficients in expanded form. So we know, we don't have to know this, but it might help us to remember that the graph of a cubic is like this, right? So it's a positive coefficient on the cubed, so we know it's got that shape. We don't really know much more than that until we keep reading. But then we're told that the graph of the polynomial has got 3 roots, right? So it cuts the x-axis at these places here. Now, as I've drawn it, that's a bit wonky, but it's not too far off. But we know that the roots are the points that make the function equal to 0, right? So moving down here, we've got f of x is equal to 3x cubed plus ax squared plus bx plus c. And the roots are negative 2, 1/3, and 4. So if you think back to when we did this with quadratics, if I told you that the roots of a quadratic were x equals 2 and x equals 6, we would go ahead and write x minus 2, x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? And then we would expand from there. And it's the same idea here exactly. So this is the fast way to do this question, is to say, well, the roots are negative 2, 1/3, and 4. Now that's fine, except that we know that we've got this 3x cubed here. So we can times both sides through by 3. I'm doing this in lots of steps. And some of you will be going, why is she going so slowly? It's because I'm making this video for quite a few different students. So many of you will not have started with this. You will have skipped down to this next line, which is where I say, well, this one that's the x minus 1/3 is the same when it's a root as having a 3x minus 1 factor. Okay, so some students, you will have started here just by putting the roots into that, and then you will have noticed that you don't have the 3. Right, so to get in that 3, I've times both sides of the equation by 3. Others of you will be confident with your quadratics and your cubics, and you will have gone straight away to knowing that if the root is x equals 1/3, we write that factor as 3x equals 1 or 3x minus 1 equals 0. Right, just as here we started with x is equal to -2, and we get x plus 2 is equal to 0. X equals 4, x minus 4 equals 0. Right, so that's where these factors are all coming from. So we're just about there, but what we have to do is now expand those brackets so that we can figure out the a, the b, and the c. So we have y is equal to 3x minus 1 times x plus 2 times x minus 4. I'm going to expand out these first. So we get 3x minus 1 into x squared minus 2x minus 8. Next, I'm going to expand to get my cubic. So we have 3x times x squared minus 6x squared minus 24x in here. And now I have minus x squared plus 2x minus 8. So that cleans up to give me 3x cubed minus 7x squared minus 22x minus plus 8. What have I done here? I've made a mistake. Oh no, a mistake. Right, okay, -1 times -8 is not minus 8, it's plus 8. Okay, so that just goes to show you, you must check your working when you're doing questions like this. That means that you have to be really fast at knowing how to do the skill so that you have enough time that you can just quickly look back and go, have I mucked it up? And here, yes, I had mucked it up, but I'm pretty sure that I found it. If you find any other mistakes, please leave me a comment or send me an email. Thanks for watching.